So, Peter, what's new?
Well, Stan, we've got news. We've opened an office in Melbourne,
We have.
and yes, in Melbourne, uh, and Melbourne, is that a place that you're familiar with?
I was born in Melbourne. So I grew up in Melbourne. Well, went through my teens, and I've been in Sydney for a while since then. But I'm very close to Melbourne. Melbourne is close to my heart. I'm still a big AFL supporter, and I know Melbourne very well. So I suppose that's encouraged us to consider opening in Melbourne and bringing our services to Melbourne and Victoria.
Exactly.
What are you thinking about opening in Melbourne? Why?
Well,
Why?
in fact, yes, it's a new Melbourne office, but we've been doing work for Melbourne and Victorian regional law firms for decades. It's true. It's been consulting work, practice valuations, advising purchases of legal practices. So we thought with your assistance, Stan, and your Melbourne DNA, that is the time to formalise this and to respond to the demand from law firms in Victoria, in particular, the smaller sole practitioners in Melbourne suburbs and in regional areas. And we have a long history of helping those types of firms in New South Wales in particular, but in other areas of Australia.
Yeah.
So here we go, our new Melbourne office in Bourke Street
in Melbourne
CBD.
Easy to get to.
And with your knowledge of AFL and my new team, which I won't announce here quite yet, you'll have to stay tuned for that. We're forging ahead in Victoria, and it's very exciting, Stan.
Just tell us a little bit about the consulting side of the offer that we bring to Melbourne and Victoria, Peter.
Well, so many firms in Victoria have contacted us over the years. They want to know, how are they performing? What are the benchmarks that they should be aiming for? How do they compare against other law firms? How can they arrange a succession arrangement or plan with an internal staff member? How do they respond to an offer that they've received to sell their firm? What's a fair consulting arrangement for them? Partnership issues, sticky partnership issues, we help with those. Whether it's a full-blown breakup or just something that needs to be dealt with, and then people can just move forward and keep building their firm. Remuneration, the list is endless.
Right. So there's a full suite of aspects of a law firm that you can consult on. In terms of sales, we have many listings in New South Wales, obviously, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. Well, you have been doing it for over 20 years. We're now reaching out to Melbourne and Victorian firms to say, consider us to list your practice. It's quite simple to contact Peter and get a proposal from Peter, then start the valuation process and quickly list the practice to satisfy your needs for the future and where you want to go as a principal of the practice. So yes, we're launching in Melbourne and Victoria, and we hope that you contact us soon for any of the services that we provide.
Thank you, Stan.